Hi, I'm Dominic. I've submitted two of my mocks for Exhibit 2.0. One of them is the city of Mumbai in architecture skyline scale. I've built this a while back and I enjoyed building it. On the other side, you see is the Indian truck I've built as an entry to a friendly competition. We wanted to build something Indian and colorful. Truck was the obvious choice. Tried to pack as many details I could in that scale.
Hi guys, this is Rohan here. I am an A4 from India. Been collecting since my parents got me my first set in the 80s and never mocked much. So this was a chance here to, in version 2 of our group, to get a mock done and showcase it to you guys. I've always been fond of architecture and buildings and forts and stuff. I never miss a chance to see one whenever whether it's the Eiffel Tower, CN Tower in Toronto. I've seen the Twin Towers. So I was always fascinated with real life buildings, but in your modular concept. So what I did here was this was my first attempt at a modular building. It's half a base plate, and I made sort of like tried my attempt at a real life building. It's got like a garage at the bottom, and it's got like a garage at the bottom, and sort of like a research facility in the middle. Sort of like a to do like, I'm not sure, like research and stuff. And on top, we've done like a sort of a bar or chill area for the researchers. So this building, basically, I used parts from the fire brigade set. And obviously some extra parts as well. And I guess it was not designed. It was just done. It was just done as it went. I guess there was a lot of versions to it, because for being my first, it was difficult. There was a lot of parts that used to fall out, and slowly it came across. And I guess this is for you to see, I guess. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Vishnu, a dentist from Tamil Nadu, and here are a few photos of my own creations with Lego Technic. First, you can see a Bajaj RE Auto. It is one of the most common vehicles that you see every day. Whenever you go outside, you see this. So this build is my own rendition of Bajaj Auto in Lego Technic. It is remote controlled, and it can steer, drive front and back, and it is all operated by infrared remotes. The second model is Aragog. It is the huge arachnid from Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. This rendition is remote controlled again, and it can turn its head from side to side and walk and steer. The next model is of a crocodile. This again is a very huge model. It's almost 3 feet long, and it has a few power functions. It can open and close its jaws. It can turn its head from side to side, walk, and it can also turn the entire body from side to side. The next model is Tata Lorry 1613, the Kerala version. This lorry is pretty famous in India for its distinct yellow color, and truck drivers across India, they are very particular about characterizing the lorry with with their own individual signature stickers. So I have added a few stickers to represent the diversity of designs in India. And this lorry again has a complex Technic mechanism inside, driving the lorry with remote control functions. The next build is of a dragon. This dragon is a walker of a big scale, and it can walk, flap its wings, and again it can turn its head from side to side. So this dragon again was built with XL motors powering the walking mechanism, and it has remote controlled receivers to operate the functions with IR remotes. The next model is of Maruti Omni, again a very famous Indian model of a van. So this has sliding doors, it has steering and driving mechanisms inside, and it also has an innovative pneumatic function added with a safety function of airbags deploying when the model hits an obstacle. It has a spring-loaded switch which is activated to release an airbag. So this is one of the first models in Technic to incorporate this design. And the next model is one of my masterpieces, and Kathakali is a very classic cultural dance from Kerala, India. So it represents a huge culturally significant dance that is very characteristic of Kerala. So you can see the dancers training for years to achieve perfection. This Lego model is built to signify and to represent some features, especially the eye movements. This model has Mindstorm's EV3 controlled eye movements, so the eyes can move from side to side, and it can move its head from side to side, and the entire model is balanced on two heavy turntables, so the model can sway from left to right. So this model can be operated with a set of 3 remotes, and they can be synchronized to perform a choreographed dance. This is one of the first Lego models to ever incorporate such a complicated mechanism to represent the cultural heritage of India. The next model is Tata 3530 lorry. This was built as a part of a friendly Tata truck build-off contest among AFOLs in India. So this lorry is again built to scale, and it represents the latest model released by Tata, and it has an 8x4 drive, and it has suspension with leaf springs in the front, and it has a bogie type suspension in the rear, and it has almost a lot of features incorporated within that are characteristic of this model. And it has a working tipper mechanism that can unload the objects loaded in the tipper. Next, it also has a working steering wheel and a lot of interesting power functions. So I basically like taking up complicated Technic challenges to build interesting models, and since I'm from a medical background, all this is new to me, and I've been learning myself using YouTube and many interesting Facebook channels to build creations with Lego Technic, and it has been a wonderful opportunity to share all these on a very creative platform here. And I'm really glad that the Indian AFOL community has come up with such a very innovative plan to showcase some of our work. Thank you all.
Hello guys, I am Momin Bilal from Mumbai. This is a Tata Truck SE 1613. It is 10 studs wide and 30 studs long, which is about 1:30 ratio. I tried matching the shape and colors as much as possible. I added many colors to some parts of its cabin to mimic the way these truck owners decorate their trucks. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Samarth and I am a AFOL from India, and I have been building since I was a kid, but I got back into the hobby in about 2018. Before that, as a TFOL, I did contribute a lot of builds online, and you can see them all on my Flickr page. But I then had a gap of about 10 years. So on the left, you see my one of my recent mocks, which is actually a treadwheel harbor crane. That's basically a pedal powered or a step powered crane. That's essentially how cranes used to be in the 18th century, and this is built in the classic pirates theme, because eventually the plan is I mean, now of course I have executed that plan, and this is part of a much larger mock that I am working on that includes a fortress and a small dock. Well, I can't call it small, but yeah. So the idea is that when you pedal forward or backward, the crane goes up and down. This is actually how cranes used to be at one point of time. And I wanted to essentially build something which was off the usual grid, so something round or octagonal. And I at the same time didn't want to build what you conventionally see in a pirate or castle build, which is a lighthouse or a watchtower or something like that. So I was thinking about what I could do which would look very nice, and I came across some photos. I often randomly Google photos of things just to get ideas for inspiration and things like that. And I saw those pictures of tower cranes, and there's this one particular crane. I think in Dutch it's called a mastkran. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that was essentially used for installing masts on ships. So that was one of the inspirations for this design. And again, I worked within a very limited parts palette. So the so the 2x4 wedge plates you see here used for the roof, those are the only ones I have. I don't have any other wedge plates to use there. So the roof had to be like that because that's all I had. And the reason that I personally feel that it works a little, at least at the back, is because I've always noticed that if you have what I call an excuse for the way something looks, then it helps sell it visually. So if so in this case, the excuse is that there's stairs at the back, so that's why you couldn't have and you have an access ladder, so that's why the roof didn't wrap around the entire structure. So it looks okay because your brain tells you that this is okay. Like, it doesn't necessarily look incomplete, according to me at least, because the roof isn't fully constructed right around, because there is something telling your brain that, okay, wait, there's a ladder there. That's how the minifigs reach the roof. That's how they service the crane and the boom, and that's why it's okay that it is like that. So that's about it. And the whip, which is being held by the blue minifig, is sort of that just came as to me as a flash, and yeah, I just had to include the whip. So yeah, anyway, moving on to the truck. So as I guess some of you might know, we had a bit of an informal build of contest on our WhatsApp group, and this truck is the result. So unfortunately, on the day I shot this, I didn't really have too much time. I was using my wife's phone because that has a nicer camera. So the pictures aren't that great, but essentially this has a retractable axle, just like the new tow truck which Lego has done, which is an official model. The mechanism is almost identical. I think the one on the official set is a little bit more complex than mine. It's got a fully working 4-cylinder engine underneath, and you've got ice gel, which is basically a police printed 1x6 brick, where the P, O, and L are hidden under a 1x2, rather a 2x2 bracket with studs on the side. And you've got little ice pieces on it, so it actually reads ice instead of police. And then of course the word gel is brick built. And if you look this up, this is an actual product. Of course the logo is custom built, but the actual product is ice gel. So yeah, that's our truck carrying ice gel. And again, like the harbor crane, this too needed the patina on the sides in light gray bricks, because the dark red and dark orange bricks that you see here are all the dark bricks and dark red and dark orange bricks that I own. So very much working within the palette of what I have available. I don't have easy access to Bricklink here in India, so I work with what I have as far as possible. Yeah, so moving on. So this is a slightly older mock. I did this in 2000, just at the beginning of the lockdown, I think. So the concept for this is you have the set Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which essentially looks at the Black Sea's Barracuda from 30 years hence. And I went back and did something similar with my Islanders. I said, what would the Islanders look like 30 years hence? So they have a plane that has crashed into their jungle. And this mock is essentially based on cargo cults. So if you look up cargo cults, it's where advanced technology happens to interact with native populations, and then since it is indistinguishable from magic, to borrow the words of Arthur C. Clarke, they begin to worship that technology. So here we have a totem which is built entirely out of the Emirates nose section and engine. They have discarded their original Islander totem, which is lying in at the bottom. The dead pilot is also cast aside, and he's there at the base of the building. And yeah, parts of the wreckage are still there in the mountain facing the altar, as it were. And at the altar is a very special set. It's the cafe corner. So probably this plane was carrying the cafe corner in its cargo, and that set being extremely valuable to the Islanders has been given pride of place at the altar. This mock, if I were to do it today, I would do it a little bit differently, in that I realized having everything facing the camera, the foreground, would have been better. Here everything just faces towards the center of the build, and because of that, you don't really get the visual impact that you otherwise would have had everything just been lined up. I realized that because we use photographs to display these mocks, maybe I later realized that we sort of need to build these to be able to be photographed and to lend themselves to that medium. Anyway, it's always a learning process. And on to this is my entry for Octrane Burr. Octrane Burr 2018 was a building contest for trains. And so this has, again, it's got a 3-cylinder engine which is connected to the wheels, and it has a chimney with smoke that goes up and down as the wheels turn. So that's the special function of this. and this is based on a MAK Vossloh, which is a German, or I think I don't know, some sort of European engine. And the idea of this was that I wanted to sort of replicate a real life version of the engine which is found in set 4564 Freight Rail Runner, which is a set that I got as a kid. So this engine is very similar in design to the engine found in that set, and I wanted that. And I can very easily convert this to an Indian Railways engine, and I probably will at some point. I have dismantled this, of course, but the basic design will stay the same, to an Indian Railways WTS 6, which is a shunter. So that's something that will eventually come. It's in the pipeline. I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing it, but yeah, that's so far as that goes. And yeah, thank you for coming to my little corner of this exhibition. I hope to bring you all more builds as I keep going, better builds, more complicated builds, advanced builds. So yeah, thanks Chico for hosting this exhibition, and I thank the Lego community here in India for accepting me with such wide open arms. And yeah, I will see you all soon.
Hi Lego collectors and adult fan of Legos. I am Noman Syed. I am based in Mumbai. I've been collecting Legos since last 4 to 5 years, and I've been a Lego fan since. I started collecting because at a very young age my mother gifted me a small set of Lego which can be used to build houses. So I was very excited about it. So I created a group called Lego Collectors India, and there are like 700 members in it. I'm into Lego photography as well. I actually am very excited about the background process that takes or creates such magnificent shots. You with the smallest figure in the world, you can do wonders. And I actually love the process, or you can say the BTS of the shots. So which made me come into Lego photography. Plus, uh, the output, which differs from the actual simple setup, gives more delightment and happiness than anything else. Also, I use light painting techniques for my photographies. Normally, that's the only technique I follow for all my photographies. So, cheers, happy collecting.